my name is Isabella Crosby, and I will be portraying Sister Aloysius.
Hello, my name is Zach Miles, and I will be portraying Father Brandon Flynn.
Hello, my name is Cesar Salinas, and we'll be presenting a student-directed scene from the play Doubt, a Parable by John Patrick Shanley. This scene is asterisk for substance abuse, sexual situations, and religious commentary. With that, we represent Troupe 19. Eight, 3.
May I come in?
We would require a third party.
What was Donald's mother doing
We're
here?
having a chat.
About what?
A third party is truly required, Father.
No, sister. No third party. You and me are due for a talk. You have to stop this campaign against me.
You can stop it at any time.
How?
Confess and resign.
You are attempting to destroy my reputation, but the result of all this is going to be your removal, not mine.
You can't distract me, Father Flynn. This isn't about my behavior, it's about yours.
Do you know what I haven't understood through all this? Why do you suspect me? What have I done?
You gave her boy wine to drink, and you let him take the blame.
It's completely untrue.
I'm not satisfied.
Well, if you're not satisfied, ask the boy then.
No! He'd protect you, that's what he's been doing.
Why would he do that?
Because you have seduced him.
You are insane! You've got it in your head that I've corrupted this child after giving him wine, and nothing I say will change that.
That's right.
So you admit it?
Certainly.
Why? What is it? What did you hear? What did you see that convinced you so thoroughly?
What does it matter?
I want to know.
On the first day of school this year, I saw you touch William London's wrist. And I saw him pull away.
That's all?
That was all.
Oh, but that's nothing.
What are you writing now?
I'm writing down what you say. I tend to get too flustered to remember the details of an upsetting conversation, and this may be important.
Before meeting with Mrs. Muller this morning, I took the precaution of calling the last parish of which you were assigned to.
What did he say?
Who?
The pastor?
I didn't speak to the pastor. I spoke to one of the nuns.
That's not the proper route for you to have taken, sister. The church is very clear. You are supposed to go through the pastor.
Why? Do you have some sort of understanding?
You have no right to go rummaging
This is
through
your
my
third
past.
parish in
Call
5
the
years.
pastor and
I'm
ask
not
him why I
calling
left.
the
It is
pastor.
perfectly innocent. I am a good priest. And there is nothing in my record that will suggest otherwise.
You will go after another child and another until you are stopped.
You have not the slightest proof of anything.
Oh, but I have my certainty. And armed with that, I will go to your last parish. And once I do that, you will be exposed.
You have no right to act on your own. You are a member of a religious order. You have taken vows, obedience being one.
I will do what needs to be done, even if it means I'm damned to hell. You should understand that, or you will mistake me. Now, did you give Donald Muller wine to drink?
Have you never done anything wrong?
I have.
Mortal sin?
Yes,
And?
I confessed it. Did you give Donald Muller wine to drink?
Whatever I have done, I have left in the healing hands of my confessor, as have you. We are the same.
We are not the same. I do not justify what I do wrong and go on. I admit it, desist, and take my medicine. Did you give Donald Muller wine to drink?
No!
You lie. Very well then. You will request a transfer from this parish. Until it is granted, you will take a leave of absence.
And do what? For the love of God, my life is here.
Don't. I don't want you.
You'd leave me with nothing.
That's not true. It's Donald Muller who has nothing, and you took full advantage of that.
That child needed a friend.
You are a cheat. The warm feeling you experience with that child give you trust is not the sensation of virtue. It can be gotten by a drunkard from his trotted run. You're a disgrace to the collar. You would have been kicked out by now if it wasn't for the decline of vocations. Stay here. Compose yourself. Use the phone if you like. Good day, Father. I have no sympathy for you, for I know you are vulnerable to true regret.
Hello? Yes, this is Father Brandon Flynn of the St. Nicholas Parish. I need to make an appointment to see the bishop. Thank you.
Now having the liberty to expand on any material from any play, I wanted to choose something that would not only challenge the actors, but challenge me as a director as well. A show with such potential for strong acting and underlying themes and depth, I was immediately drawn to Doubt, especially with this scene in particular. Being the climax of the show, it is genuinely one of the most powerful scenes I've ever seen in a play. Of course, one of the main themes of Doubt is the ideas of having doubt and the importance of different perspectives. As far as Sister Aloysius goes to try and prove Father Flynn's guilt towards having some sort of relationship with the young Donner Mueller, she's never actually certain if what she did was right or if she ever got what she wanted. Characters are oftentimes too focused on themselves to realize their behaviors from other points of view. For example, Mrs. Mueller dismisses Sister Aloysius for the accusations and accuses her of not understanding the accusation from the point of a black mother, and Father Flynn simply can't wrap his head around why people say he's a bad priest for his actions. Sister Aloysius turns her back on everything and breaks vows just to prove something, anything, to get Father Flynn out of the church, but in the final scene it's revealed that Father Flynn did leave for a promotion at another church, and Sister Aloysius essentially gets nothing. And it's in this dooming realization that it's revealed that she has doubts if she even did the right thing. It's all these aspects of the play that play into this particular scene is what makes it so special and so almost unique to do. When it came to the director's book, I divided it into a few sections for what was required of the prompt book. I designed set plots for not only for the competitive scene, but as well as if they were a full-length show. Alongside this, I had written summaries for the full show and for every character that was in the scene. A section for the full script, and of course, the pages for the scene with my director's blocking. For the competition plan, I decided to just use one chair and table for the sister's office. I believe 2 chairs for the scene would be unnecessary and not really included in my blocking. However, for the full-length production, I had more liberty in constructing a set, which included a platform for her office, a raised podium for the father's sermons, and an extended apron for the garden scenes. For the director's script, I had put one side with lines, notes, and cuts on the left, and actors blocking on the right. First thing I had the actors do was, of course, read the script in its fullest and develop their own viewpoints and understanding of their characters. Of course, one of the biggest questions I'd asked during this was, do you think Father Flynn was guilty? And how they inflected that onto their character. Having rehearsals with just 2 actors made it far more productive since you're able to really articulate what you want from them so much more effectively. And it was very enjoyable constructing this scene since it's so specific and there are just certain reactions and tempos and tones you need to have for it to make it work. The biggest obstacle I had encountered during the rehearsal process had to have been the 5-minute capacity for the scene. However, as it went on and we made cuts and alterations to the scene, I was able to keep the tone and tempo I wanted. And quite frankly, it turned out better than I could have ever imagined. The actors themselves in the scene were spectacular. Bella Crosby as Sister Aloysius and Zach Miles as Father Flynn. They were so reluctant to be in the scene, and they made the process so much more enjoyable. Every time I gave them a note, they'd do such an amazing job, and even reciprocate the tiniest little things, which really added to the fullness of the scene. They were just amazing. The main goal overall, aside from, of course, showcasing a scene in your own interpretation, is really to ultimately grow from it. And I think it's such a great opportunity every time I'm able to direct, whether it's on stage or on the film, because you learn something every single time. And there's just so many things I carry with me as a director to being an actor and vice versa. And I think that's the virtue of directing, the opportunity to be able to expand on your artistic ability while having an effect on people during and after the production.